Hey guys, want to get out here and back out and get on my video rounds. So I'm out here in Beacon Lake. Gonna show you a couple things. Looks like the house is pretty much roughed in, probably waiting on inspections, things of that nature. I haven't talked to Sean since we've been back, but you can see the reason I say maybe waiting on some county inspections and stuff is because up top where it's all flashed in up there, you see how they got the house wrap pulled back a little bit, and they probably have to do that because the county inspector is going to want to see how all that's flashed up there. Okay, and you can see that it's flashed really well. You got the aluminum flashing that kind of goes up underneath the roof line right there and goes up on the wall. Back behind that is a excuse me, I'm sorry. Back behind that is a moisture barrier. You can see that rhino roof that we talked about the other day, and then that house wrap will be folded down over the top of that as it, you know, as you see it started over here. Okay, so all of that is completely flashed on all. That's anytime you have that sort of thing, that's what they do. So you'll be completely water safe. And while we're looking at that, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show a close-up view of another window in a minute. You can see how they flash those windows. Okay, they put the windows in, they caulk them in, which we'll talk about in a minute, but then they put the flashing tape, the green guard flashing tape, and then lay the house wrap down over the top of that upper part of the window there. Okay, so because you want tape to always, you want water to be able to run off and not have any way of getting in. We'll look at I'm going to stand back and show you these windows here. Okay, this is green guard. Okay, and I got on their website the other day. I know we were questioning, you know, attachment and stuff like that, and they have definitely done it per the manufacturer's recommendations. They always do. So I just wanted to let you know I did do a little research on that. But as you can see now, let's look at the way they do the windows. When this window is put in the hole, that's what's put in the hole, and then there's a nail flange, which is this right here. You see at the very bottom of the window. It's called a nail flange, but it's actually they use screws. But that's all caulked in all the way around the window. Okay, so now that's all put into place. Okay, then they've already flashed underneath the windowsill, for the windowsill. Okay, so that's all watertight. We'll see it on the inside. That's flashed. Okay, then they install the window. Then as they put the tape, the flashing tape, you can see up top that the cross piece is over the top of the vertical piece. Okay, so that's again waterproofing. The water will run down if it gets behind. The chance of water getting to these windows is slim and none. But if it did, that would allow the water to run down, not up underneath some tape. Okay, then as you can see, just like that upper window, they take that house wrap and fold it down over the top. Okay, all creating a nice tight seal. All right, and so when they attach the actual wrap to the house, let me show you a couple staple points here. Here's one right here. See how clean it is, and they don't put a tremendous amount of them in there because again, the wrap is to secure the home, of course, and moisture and wind barrier, but your siding is going to go over the top of that, and when they nail that siding, you're going to breach that as well. So these are the correct staples, near as I can tell on the Greenspan site. You can see some nice clean application of staples there. We'll walk around a little bit on the outside just so I can show you some different things. Okay, you see all the windows are flashed identical. Okay, and you can see, let me show you some of the staple points here they did over here, and you can see like there's a, I don't know if you can see how well you can see it in the video, but you got a couple there. And again, they only put them up so they can hold it on the house. Let's see, I find you a couple more staple points here. You can see some right there, how clean those are. Again, you don't want to just load it up with staples because the idea is to create a nice barrier, right? See, when they put the pieces together, they all use the green guard flashing tape. Okay, and the stickier that gets, the hotter it gets, the more permanent it becomes. See, all the windows are done the same. Now this is where I wanted to show you the windowsill. Okay, they flash the windowsill, then they set the window in with a caulk bead. Okay, then they flash it. They lift up that flap right there. You can see they have angles cut in it, and then they flash it like that. And the reason this window's out because they're probably getting ready for sheetrock to be delivered. So they leave windows out because they'll load the house at different locations. So then you can see that green guard goes all the way up inside your soffit. Your soffit will be a little bit lower than that when it installs. Okay, so all your waterproofing, your moisture barrier, all that'll be up inside the soffit. Okay, they got it nice and tight up there. Okay, so let's go inside and take a peek. So they got some pulled back there because those are inspection points for the county. there's hurricane tie downs and stuff, so they have to show them examples of what they've done here. Okay, so when you see stuff pulled back, the county wants to see different things. So that's what I'm saying. Sean's probably waiting on inspections and stuff. And you can see the doors are done the same way. Look at the doors. Okay. All flashed. Windows, everything. And then on the inside, if they've done it yet, which I don't know if they have. Nope, they haven't done it yet. They'll also be, so you can see how that moisture barrier wraps to the inside of the house. Okay. The flashing tape on the sill comes inside the house, so that's a completely tight seal. Okay, then around all of the windows and doors, this area here will be foamed. Okay, you'll have foam going down in there. Got a busted window, that'll be replaced. All right, so here we are in this front bedroom. Okay, just they got your the electricals roughed in, and we still got to do our frame walk. So we're going to go over all of this as we move through the process. Okay, but you'll see that some of this is yellow wire, some of it's white wire. We'll go over that in a minute. Okay, you'll see different openings here. Okay, that talks about the doors and size and direction of swing. Let's talk about some wire. Here's your island, of course, we know that. Okay, so we got power and everything there. Okay, plumbing for the sink and whatnot, we already saw all that. Now let's talk about yellow wire versus white wire, right? Okay, the difference between white wire and yellow wire is the gauge. This is a 12-2 circuit, 20 amp circuit. Okay, this computer just went dark here. That's a 12-2 wire. What it is 12 wire. 12 is the gauge, as you know. 12-2 being a neutral and a hot and a ground, which is right there. 12 wire, 12-2 with a ground. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay. Now your white wires is a 14 gauge, just because it's going to be on a 15 amp circuit, like this one right here is passing through. But that's a 14-2 wire, 14 being the gauge, so a little smaller than the 12. The 12 will be on a 20 amp circuit, like for your garbage disposals, things like that. Okay, it's another example of how they wrap everything, how it makes it super moisture tight, and that's all tape. You can't pull that up. I mean, that's on there to stay. And your house wrap, of course, wraps all the way into the inside of the house. Okay, and that other window that we talked about, here it is right here. So it's all one continuous piece of tape. Okay, all one continuous pieces of tape. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so we got our electrical infrastructure, we got plumbing infrastructure, we got AC ductwork. Not sure what we actually saw the last time I was here, so we'll just go over the whole thing. You can see all your ductwork up there, all your supplies and returns. Okay, AC closet here. Of course, your chase going out to the your condenser unit. Okay, there's your low voltage wire here for your thermostat. All right, here we are in the laundry space, of course. We got our gas infrastructure. So our gas, in case you opt to do a gas dryer, you can do a gas dryer or a 220. You got your 110 to fire the gas, or you got your 220 if you decide to do an electric dryer. Okay, water box for the inbound and outbound water for your washer. Okay, actually I think we're still waiting for low voltage too. We're still waiting for low voltage. So that hasn't got installed yet. Let's see here. Let's go into the master. See what we got going on in here. Again, more 14-2 wire, 15 amp circuit, just general receptacle circuit. Okay. As it loops on around. Okay. Coming into our bathroom. Of course, our double sinks, shower space, as we all know, we've seen this already. Our tub we saw last time we were here. General framing for the tub. Vent fans for the bathrooms, they go out to your soffits. Toilet space, shower, stub out. you see here, this is a, like on when I talked about the door numbers, that's a 24 right with an arrow this way. What that means, it's a 24-inch door, right in swing. So if I turn around, you always put your back to the hinge, okay? So I'm standing at the entry door to your bathroom. So your door will do this, okay? It has to do that, of course, because you got a bathtub here and I can't do a left, okay? So I see some notes on the studs and everything. So obviously, you know, Sean's got other things he's still tweaking, because even every stage of the house goes through multiple stages within that stage. Okay. Let's go on the back porch. I don't think we've done that in a while. So all your protrusion, anything that sticks out or puts a hole in your house, gets all that nice flashing. See that flashing tape? See how they do the bottom, then they do the verticals, then they put one across the top. That way, if water does get behind there, again, highly doubtful, but if it does, it runs out and down and does not affect your house, okay? Again, staples are nice and clean where they attached it, okay? And again, there's no set sequence per se. They just want enough in there to hold it while they're putting it up, and so that it stays. And see how far up it goes? Your soffit's gonna be lower than that, so that'll be up inside your soffit. So totally watertight house here, okay? Again, all the windows, all your openings, your gassed up, everything's set the same way as far as flashing is concerned. Okay? They did a really nice job on this. This is clean. All right, gang, see your sliding glass doors, all the same. Again, all the windows and doors will get that foam when it's time for that. Okay, and that'll be a part of the insulating and the fire foam in the stud walls and everything. So, okay. So anyway, there's your place. We're moving right along. I want you guys have any questions or comments, you know I'm here. Give me a shout. And I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Thanks.